The idyllic Central Coast boasts stunning beaches and a relaxed lifestyle an hour's drive north of Sydney. Here, the stage is set for a showdown between one of the Prime Minister's closest allies and an opposition desperate to claw back a seat that's evaded their efforts for almost a decade. Labor's more recent past in Robertson has been checkered. In 2008, then MP Belinda Neal was ordered into anger management counselling after an altercation at a Gosford nightclub. She was accused of threatening staff with the now infamous line, "Do you know who I am?"
Morning, how are you all?
The controversy cost Ms Neal her pre-selection. Deborah O'Neill representing Robertson in her place in 2010, only to be beaten by former schoolteacher, Liberal Lucy Weeks, after one term. Labor's new hope is Gordon Reid, an emergency doctor at Wyong Hospital who was born and raised in Umina Beach.
GP access, staffing shortages, all of these things culminated in my decision to run for federal parliament.
With the pandemic placing healthcare in firmer focus than ever for many voters, Dr Reid is hoping to capitalise on his frontline experience.
I've seen successive coalition governments, both state and federal, rip the belly out of our public health institutions and Medicare.
Ms Weeks points to her record on delivering in health, including an $85 million investment in a medical training college and research institute in Gosford.
The infrastructure is first class. The teaching is first class. It's going to be one of the best medical schools in Australia.
The incumbent appeared well liked among locals Sky News spoke to.
She's passionate with her job. And I hope she comes in for the next term.
She seems quite consistent, so I think it would be hard to displace her.
Do you know much about Gordon Reid, the Labor candidate?
No, I don't know anything, so I can't really say anything, you know. But I do know I couldn't trust Albo.
Dr Reid says it's the government who can't be trusted, especially on its recent promise to reject an unpopular proposal to drill for oil and gas off the New South Wales coast, including here in Robertson.
Until I see the government put pen to paper to cancel PEP 11, it has not been cancelled. And with me as the federal member here for the seat of Robertson, PEP 11 will not go ahead.
Ms Wicks says it's Labor that deserves scepticism.
The last time that drilling was approved in this area, in the PEP 11 basin area, was actually under the former Labor government, of which the leader of the opposition was actually a minister.
There's still annoyance among coasties, as many call themselves, for being classed part of Greater Sydney during lockdowns, despite case numbers remaining relatively low.
Yeah, 100% I'd felt the frustration. I thought we're outside that district, and we believe we stand on our own 2 feet, make our own decisions.
We're our own Central Coast, and I'm glad that it's separate now, so a little bit too late, I think.
After more than 100 days of lockdown last year, pandemic politics is taking a front seat in this Central Coast contest.
Vaccine rollout, accessible rapid antigen tests and PCR testing, and quarantine and isolation. All of these things have been a failure by the coalition.
We have got one of the highest vaccination rates in the world. We've got one of the lowest mortality rates from COVID-19 in the world. And we've got one of the strongest economic recoveries of any nation in the world.
What makes Robertson so interesting is it's currently considered the only real bellwether electorate, meaning the party that's won it has gone on to form government since 1983. Both the major parties' candidates will be hoping they can be the ones to continue that trend. Caroline Marcus, Sky News.